Viewer discretion is advised.
It did. I turned it off.
Okay, is it
When
on
we
or off?
were, it's on.
And now it's on.
It's on. We're
Okay,
we
this is
got
Garden
action.
Talk with Jason Dunn. I learned something very interesting today from a representative from our government official's office. Just
Super.
leave it at that. I live in Echo Park, 90039. Figure it out. that smoking crystal methamphetamine across the street from the Clifford Street School is just a misdemeanor. It's just a misdemeanor. And I thought to myself, no, it's not. No, it's not. And I kept bringing it up, and he kept saying it's just a misdemeanor. So I think it's very interesting that this representative from our local government official's office,
It was his deputy, one of his deputies.
but one of his
One of
deputies,
his
or
deputy.
one of his people.
Yeah.
Who I'm not going to mention, but just you can guess. 90039 Echo Park. It's one of them. Because our regular guy didn't show up, and the police didn't show up, and the representative from City Hall didn't show up, so we had this guy. And his view on anybody using crystal meth across the street from a school is that it's just a misdemeanor, and the police don't have time to deal with misdemeanors. And I'll just leave
It's
it.
apparent
That was my take at the meeting. He lied 6 times in the meeting. 3 of them were to me about it's just a misdemeanor, which is a lie. Yeah, because I'm thinking to myself, well, what I said to him was, I said, so if I go, I said, I've got 8.5 years of sobriety. Oh, that's very good for you. Congratulations. Okay. I said, he just went right past me, and I said, so if I go, now that crystal meth is just a misdemeanor, I said, I guess I could just go get some from the drug dealer who works at the fucking recycling center that you guys are looking for violations of, on how to close the goddamn place. But because it's not the owner who's using crystal meth, that's why they have the problem with the people who are just there using it. That's not an actual violation. Because we want to get rid of the goddamn recycling center. And that's what the big conversation was today. That the razor wire to keep the violent crystal meth addicts and alcoholics out of our little street area there, our little garden area over there. And that's what I did not want to talk about. But we started talking about it, but there was something after that, and that's what was funny, and I can't remember what it was.
Well, we remember this also. We had a water problem.
What? I'm just trying to think how to start this one, because I know what I want to say. No, it involves what came out of the faucet today.
The milk. That's only on the hot side.
Well, it wasn't like that when I first woke up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I would have not drank the water. And I would have been, I would have called Debbie and Stan up. I had frozen ice. I would have called Debbie and Stan up and said, can I have some water? I just go over there to use their fucking hose is all I care. Like, what are you doing? Just getting some water? Just stealing water. Or I go over here to I go to the guys, big people behind us. They have a hose. I just get some water over there if I had to.
Mm.
But yeah, when I turned it on, when I turned it on right before I went over to the meeting at school, because we met over at the neighbor's house at 9:30, and I turned the faucet on, and it was and what came out was gray. And I just thought, well, something's wrong. And I tried calling our manager, and I'm not in the office. Jesus, it's 9:30. Where the hell are you? Or it was 9:15. I'm not in the office right now. I said, well,
She's late getting to
there's
the
a problem with
office.
the water. And she's, well, they didn't get it fixed, and the plumbers will be back. I said, no, the water, and she hung up. So I filled a I filled my coffee pit, my not mug, my
Yeah,
what,
the coffee maker.
the decanter.
Yeah.
The
Okay.
decanter.
Oh, the decanter.
My Mr. Coffee glass.
Oh,
coffee
yeah.
decanter thing. I filled this
Okay.
with this, and by this time it had turned white. It was more white. Okay, milk. And as I'm going down to the office, it's very slowly starting to settle. I'm like, come on, come on, come on. So I started shaking it back up again. So I showed her this. I said, this is what's coming out of the faucet. And she said, well, I'm not drinking water right now. I'm in the office. They'll be back to fix the heat later. I mean not the heat.
Water heater.
The water heater later. Sorry you've been without heat since Friday. I know today's Tuesday and nobody's really had a good shower. But I don't live here. Even though I go to the gym and shower.
Today's Tuesday?
Yeah.
Somebody told me that online too. And I said, no, it's Monday.
Today's Tuesday. I saw the shrink today.
I lost today.
No, that happens.
Sneaking up and taking them away from me.
I think it might be a day behind. That happens every once in a while. I get a day behind. Yeah, but so we had this gray milky substance, and then when I left, it turned completely clear. I thought, God, that is bizarre. It felt like something out of Harry Potter. As I shook it up, it got really cloudy again, and it completely went away. It was clear, and I'm like, what the fuck is in our water?
Well, when I got up this morning, right? The first thing I always do is put on the hot water.
Mm-hmm.
Because, the sleep in your eyes, where you're like that. I like to put warm water in my eyes when I open up. But then again, I saw the water didn't look right.
The water didn't look right.
And I went and I got a glass to put water in so I could see it. And it did look like you put water in with milk. It looked very milky, what they call cloudy. It was just like a cloud.
It was very cloudy.
Yeah.
It looked like 1% milk is what it looked like.
And then when I put on the cold water without the hot water, it was clear. So it's like two different kinds were coming in.
But mine, the cold ended up turning murky.
The cold did?
Oh yeah, the cold did too. It wasn't just the hot; it was the cold also.
Was that all on one handle?
What?
Like my kitchen? Was it all on one handle?
Yeah, it was all on one handle. I went into the bathroom and I got a couple big glass things full of water and put them in my refrigerator just so if I came back from my shrink, I would have what appears to be clean water. At least I didn't watch it go, oh, it turned green. It went from gray to this slightly greenish tinge, and then it went white. And it's just like, Harry Potter and they're mixing up chemicals in Hogwarts.
Do you know what I find ironic?
What?
Think about the conversation we're having yesterday about money and E. coli and drugs and all that. And today we're talking about milky water.
Milky water.
What is it going to be tomorrow?
These are important topics. These are topics that concern us. This is what's going on in our lives.
Issues.
Crystal meth is now just a misdemeanor to use it across the street from school. I mean, can I bring my laptop over to the lunchroom and jerk off while the kids are eating lunch? Is that okay now too?
That's a misdemeanor.
Well, no, I almost said that, and I looked at Debbie and I said, I have to go, and she just, I just got up and I just walked out the door. And because that's what was going to come out of my mouth.
Yeah.
And I was literally going to say that. Is it okay now? I said, well, I was really going to say, can I just bring over my laptop and jerk off in not the lunchroom, but in the courtyard while the kids are
playing.
Or can I just bring my crystal meth pipe over and get high in the school too?
There you go.
Seems to be late. It's just a misdemeanor.
Or your little rolled thing that they would take for a reefer, but it's actually a rolled cigarette. The misconceptions. Oh well.
But Christ. Yeah, what a day. Oh.
Kenneth.
I don't care.
Any more news on the water?
No. He can call Annie himself. I asked him, and his response was, I don't want to deal with her. I'm like, nobody does. Nobody wants to deal with her.
Well, it could turn into a 2-month thing like it did in the beginning when I moved in
The hell
here.
it will. I'll call the media. I'll call them. If by Friday we don't have hot water, I'll call the fucking media myself.
Mm.
I'll call the police and the media and claim elder and disabled abuse. Because the parts have to be driven here.
And
from
pollution control. Because we're all going to smell like pollution.
Because the parts have to be hand delivered from
How
Pennsylvania.
are we going to wash our clothes? I was
can't.
thinking to do my clothes tomorrow.
I'm not gonna wash my
Oh
clothes.
no, you got to be kidding.
I've got laundry. Thank God I have many clothing items that I can go weeks without washing something and just pile up if I want to. But I prefer to, now that I've gotten my place
Getting there.
much better than what I don't like having laundry in the bags. When the bag gets 3/4 full, it goes in there and I use 2 washers and.
All I can say is you can now say, I'm a getting there. I'm a getting there. It's a getting there.
Well, then I got petted by a hot boy who works for the owner of the business of our establishment. God, that water tastes funny.
Maybe it's gray.
Well, no, I just really. Well, for a second there, I forgot about the garbage taste in my mouth. It's still there. You know?
Maybe it's due to the water.
And I
It's been
tasted
building
the water.
up.
I'm like, God, that tastes like shit. And I'm like, oh no, wait, that's me. That's me. I'm the one that tastes shit. You know, the mile of filth I can't imagine that Morgan Freeman. I said the other night, you know, as Tim Robbins was in Shawshank Redemption. Was it Tim Robbins?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was crawling, you know, after he busted the hole in the pipe, and he's crawling through whatever Morgan Freeman said, 2 miles of filth, or 1 mile of filth, I can't imagine. And he's in the, and Tim Robbins at that point they cut to he's like. And he just keeps on going. That's what it's been like for months now. God,
What a visualization of your mouth.
that's my mouth. Just we talked about horrid, complicated plumbing the other night. I think is what we talked about. Like, this is very complicated. What's going on? And it's either the seizure meds. It's actually anti-seizure meds. My depression meds, as I call them. And my doctor doesn't like it. No, they don't make you depressed, but what I'm on right now does. So we're going back to the old antidepressant. I'm gonna my brain, I'm sure, isn't bleeding since they let me walk out of the imaging center.
Mm-hmm.
If it was bleeding, I think they would have had me go to the hospital. So at least now we know it's not bleeding. It has healed on its own, I believe. But oh no.
You talk about your mouth.
The garbage in my mouth.
Your garbage mouth.
So now that I'm pretty sure my brain isn't bleeding still, I can go back on aspirin-based products.
Right.
So I want to get rid of the goddamn Wellbutrin. I'd rather smoke and die of lung cancer than deal with this. If this is what it is, and the small fits of rage that I have every once in a while, which are I don't know if you've ever heard one. It's I like to grab a hold of my I'm a pacifist. I don't believe in violence. But if I come in the door and those goddamn little dogs are clawing at my legs, every once in a while, I just walk past them, do my thing. But every once in a while, I just
Give them the look.
No. I take my helmet off. And I give them this look, and they run. And I take the helmet. No, and I just smash that motherfucking thing on the counter and just go. I just grab a hold of it and smash a few times with the counter on the counter, and then I'll grab the fucking ice hammer that I have and bash it on the head, just so I can break something without actually breaking it. I mean, hit something that's not going to break. And helmet testing. I'm testing the
Brought
helmet.
to you by a helmet of unbreakable.
I'm testing the helmet. I'm testing helmets. But yeah, that still happens every once in a while. Not as bad as it did the first cut.
You should do destructive video
I
about
should.
commercializing your violent.
No. We're talking Hulk
tendencies.
smash. This is not. I can't even imagine, and I don't want anybody around me. And thank God I did not find an assistant that I liked, during the time that I was having that on a daily basis for the first 2 months. Because I knew she'd have quit, even if I would have just said, you go there and I'm going to have a little tantrum right here and everything's fine. And I'm in there just screaming and smashing and like fucking Igor with his maid.
Well, maybe you should have hired her because she's used to violence.
She wouldn't work for me. I offered her the job.
But tell her it comes with violence.
It comes with violence.
It's just your floor up instead. You're getting up in the world. You came up
I don't care
floor.
if you show up drunk as long as you get the job done. But just don't bring crack in my apartment.
And let me swear at you and slap you around a little bit like he did.
I'll scream and yell at you and threaten your life if that makes you feel more comfortable. If you want me to have some sleazy people like the one that just died in the building the other week hanging out in the apartment, I got some friends from AA that can come over that are fucking looking for a place to live right now until they get no sober living, and they can stay here too. Evidently in our building you can have as many people as you want to live here for as long as you want. There's no rules anymore.
Oh,
so
they got rid of the rules.
So I might as well start charging rent to these guys I know in AA who are looking for places to stay.
You might as well invite everybody over there.
I'll just bring the goddamn alcoholics who we're trying to get rid of on the street in the building. They can live on the roof.
All of a sudden, homelessness is cut down a little.
Hollywood Community Housing cures homelessness in Echo Park.
and the taxpayers paying for it. You're picking up
Put
the
them on the
tab.
roof. Let him use the toilet in the fucking, in the community center.
They pee over the rail. And everybody walking on the street gets pissed on.
They could set up tents in the grass down here. I mean, no.
Or, like you say, up on the roof.
Yeah, up on the roof.
Rooftop accommodations.
Or they could just piss in the gravel up there. It'll come down in the walkway here and just drain. They'll come down past my plants and go across.
And they could defecate on the roof of, what's it?
No, I would prefer if they used the building, the dog fecal bags, feces, but the dog shit bags that the building provides down there. If they're going to shit on the roof, at least clean it up. You can throw it over the side if you want, but just
like pitch for the
just give it a toss.
throw that cars driving by.
Yeah, just
and
give it.
When the bus opens, go for the door.
There's enough drugs and alcohol in this building to keep you happy, and you can live in our dumpster. You go, no, where I think they would be the most comfortable is down living by the dumpster.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Just let them hang out by the dumpster down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can shit down there. They can just eat whatever's in the dumpster. And I'm not putting on people who are homeless because I was homeless for a while, but this is a specific group. This is a very specific.
This is the dark side of homelessness.
This is the dark side, and that little group lives right here because the owners of businesses down by Vaughn's got the police years ago to get them out of that area and bring them down here. Now more have come over.
Oh, they brought them over?
But they brought them over here.
Oh, I see. Relocated.
That's what the homeless guys told me. Well, the police brought us down here because we were down by McDonald's. The owner didn't like us down there. I'm like, oh, great.
Well, the police are really... Well, they figure you got a drug lab here anyway, so why not just put all the bad stuff in one area?
Now, I don't know if that's exactly the truth, but when they said it, I just felt fucking went ballistic. Motherfuckers. Now, I love the police, and they've done a really good job helping me with stuff, but the ones around here have gotten really lazy. They're sitting there smoking crack or crystal meth in front of kids, and the police...
Well, you know what? You got to understand something about... I felt that way too a little bit, but then I start watching a little closer to all these violence with the police and everything, and also when there's a killing involved, and you look at it and you see who the real instigators are.
It's the police.
Because no, it's not the police.
It's not.
They
the police.
put the police in such a situation that they're
To
in danger
cause it
for
to
their
happen.
life, that they set them up.
Yeah.
Not thinking they're going to get killed with their little thing, and they do because the cops are thinking they got something that
If they
they're going to do me harm.
sacrifice one of their own, they can get millions.
Well,
that's
that's the way, and it gets everybody coming out and sympathizing with them. So it allows them to get away with so much because you got to watch everything you say and do.
Yeah.
Because they're being picked on. Well, if they stay the hell home where they belong, like other people do, and stop getting
I don't
in.
understand why they have to bring all the garbage with them. Why can't they just live in their fucking tent like I do when I go camping?
Right.
And just, if you got a shit, pick it up, throw it away. Why do you have to get the garbage involved? Why? Why do you have to build it? Well, at least the one is the one that smoked crystal meth down here on the corner of Alessandro and Glendale, the one that builds things. At least he's building things. So he's built a little house down there. It's like a hut in the tree, and he's got a 2-story thing going up on the limb. Well, there's a big limb up there that they used to store their stuff up on. Now he's built a ledge up there. So now he's got a tree fort with a little house underneath. He's got a fucking picket fence over there. He didn't put a picket fence around the.
All he needs is a truck.
He made a picket fence around the tree, and then took these Venetian blinds that he got somewhere and spread them out open around there and pushed dirt down in there. So you've got. You've got a makeshift picket fence with Venetian blinds holding back a truckload of dirt for a patio that he's made off of his little hut that he's built with a treehouse deck on top. And I'm thinking, God, I wish I lived down there. That seems pretty fucking cool.
Unless a truck comes along and takes you out your tree.
Well, no, you're up in there. But I'd have to live by the freeway. But at least he's got a tree for it, little sumbitch.
Well, he built it.
He built it.
He made
with shit that he stole from the neighbors and out of the garbage.
No, it's good. He's got.
But he's down there. He's building carts. He builds carts. He puts wheels on things and makes carts so he can haul shit all over the neighborhood. He's got crap stashed here. He's got mountains of it down there. He's got stuff up on Alvarado. He's got stuff down the street down there, and he hauls it all around and keeps it moving. It's just
like a busy bee.
He's fucking busy as shit. Well, that's what you do. That's what you do when you're on crystal meth. You do shit like that. You do just tweaker shit. He builds carts out of wood and wheels and sleds and things that he finds, and he gets these not shopping carts, wagons that he obviously steals from children and takes the wheels off those, or just builds these platforms on top with, he's hauling shit around the neighborhood like a fucking wagon train with these things. You got one stashed over here with just piles. Piles of dry, dead palm fronds over everything. That's what he built the lower structure, the first level of his treehouse out of, was these. And he's got he has metal in there. He really has built shit over like fucking Robinson Crusoe over there building crap.
Did he put a bed in there and everything?
Well, it makes me think of Mad Max Thunderdome is what it makes me think of. Just the crazy just apocalyptic. It's very apocalyptic down there, the whole thing. It's really apocalyptic.
That must have made the news.
It should be. It's very apocalyptic, the world that he lives in. Lord of the Flies. It is Lord of the Flies from hell down there with him and the other group who kind of stay over here, and he's over there. I've never seen him go near his domicile. Well, see, now that he's built a house for himself, I think he can claim eminent domain.
There you go.
And
and he'll have to get a street address for it. I'll have to give him a number.
Well, the representative from our government that was here today, I very in detail explained to him what is down there, and at one point the look on his face, he's, I gotta go check that out. And I said, I have pictures. Here.
Did you show him pictures?
No, I'll look at those later.
That's all talk. I'm gonna go check
whatever.
it out. Yeah.
But anyway, I said, I have pictures if you want to see it. If you want to see what it fucking looks like. Oh, God. Smoking crystal meth, building shit, hauling crap around the neighborhood.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
Welcome to America.
My land, not
what?
Yours. My land, not yours.
Mine.
Well.
Stop it, yeah.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. See you next time.